Hello, Artistic Nick here, guys. Thanks for the click. Welcome to another of my Halloween specials, my Halloween horror characters. I'm drawing PennyWise from It this evening. This is my second video, so I hope you're enjoying them so far in the lead up to Halloween. I hope you've got some Halloween plans ready and you've started to carve your pumpkins. I just thought that it'd be an interesting one to draw because the movie's still in people's memories, and I found a really good reference image that I thought that I could draw quite nicely and talk you through it. So with this image, I'm starting with the nose. It's a central point, and I've found the mouth area. Now PennyWise has got two goofy teeth, two buck teeth, which you can see me drawing there. But finding the mouth, this reminded me, this drawing actually, of drawing Mickey Mouse. When you draw Mickey Mouse, you start with the nose, or I certainly start with the nose, and work down into the mouth area and then go into the eyes. The eyes themselves, again, there's a lot of similarities in a lot of the cartoons that we've drawn before. They remind me of the Ninja Turtle eyes, how the eyes are arced down here, and then we're going to swoop down almost towards the nose and back up again, giving us that sort of demonic look to these eyes. I don't know if you've seen this movie yet, but I would recommend going to see it. If you're scared of clowns, which I'm not, then I guess it is going to be quite a scary movie for you, but it was entertaining nonetheless. I found the children in it, the relationship between the children and the acting from the children was fantastic. There's a couple of characters in there that you might recognise from movies and series like Stranger Things, so that was a brilliant dynamic to the film. I'm leaving a little bit of white in the pupils here just to give us a little bit of shine, and underneath the shine there's just a slight gap of white, which you'll no doubt see from this. Hopefully you'll see it. I'm trying to shoot this in 1080p, so you should be able to see most of the details. But this was a really lovely drawing to do because of the swooping arcs that you're going to see not too far away from now in the hair. So these lovely long swooping lines where you're going to try and keep the pen moving and not stopping so that the pen bleeds into the paper. I found this really nice. I love drawing hair, even on my realistic graphite drawings and my portraits. The hair's a lovely thing to draw because it's so free flowing, and you can actually go to town a little bit on it without worrying too much about making any mistakes. Looking at the eyebrows here, and we're just filling this in as we go, so that you do see some more of the definition and the depth coming out from the character. These are lovely, long, swooping, almost S shapes that we're drawing for the eyebrows, and just filling them in dark and black. Most of this picture is taken up by Pennywise's head and his hair, which I think we're going to be getting onto shortly. And he's got this lovely orange hair in the movies that sits up very high and again gives him that demented sort of clown look. He's also got these black stripes, which on this I'm going to leave white just so that you've got the contrast between the black eyes and the black hair. But he's got these almost makeup lines coming out from his mouth, which the original Pennywise in the original movie didn't have. If I'm correct in saying that, I think this was an addition for the new movie, for the new character in it. It did the trick. It certainly made him iconic, and I think that these are probably the most iconic parts of him, along with his teeth. So they're the stripes coming up from there. I think we're going to find the chin area now. I like to find a chin area so that we're getting the gap between the mouth and the chin correct, and then from there we can find the shape of the face, which is little cheeks bulging out into quite a bulbous shaped head. It's almost the same sort of shaped head as an alien grey, if you're familiar with that type of looking character. It's got a very bulbous forehead. Just finding the centre part now for the hair, which almost meets in between the eyebrows and slopes up, and then I'm going to leave a gap for the next one because the hairline comes slightly flatter for this. But again, we're arcing up, we're almost making a sort of love heart shape coming down and round to meet the sides of the cheek, and then there's the flatness of the hair. And now this is the swooping lines that I'm talking about that I really enjoyed doing on this. I'm actually using a brand new Sharpie for this. I got a couple of brand new Sharpies today, so that I could get a very fine and continuous line. If you're looking for the Sharpie pens, there's a link in the description to an Amazon website where you can get the Sharpie pens from, and anything that you do get through the links there, I do get a small commission for that, so that will help me run the channel and improve the channel, so thank you very much for that. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, then please go ahead and subscribe. It means an awful lot to small YouTube channels if you do subscribe and like the videos and comment. I'm open to comments and suggestions. My art's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I think anybody that thinks theirs is, you're on a slippery slope downwards. But if you've got any suggestions for things that you'd like me to do in the future, any characters, any different series, I think I've gone so far through some Marvel superheroes. I've done Pokemon, I've done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I've done Star Wars as well. So I will be doing more of those as we go and filling out those playlists. If you've not already seen them, go and check out the playlist section in my channel, and you'll be able to see all of the characters that we've done. I do also do realistic, photorealistic pencil portraits, graphite pencil, landscapes, animal pictures as well, so go and check out those. And I also do tutorials on realistic drawings as well, so if you've not had a look at those and this is the first time you visited the channel, I don't just draw cartoon characters. I do all kinds of things, but my realistic stuff is what I spend the most time on. These cartoon characters have just been a little side venture that I've been doing for the last few weeks. They've been really enjoyable. It's been a lovely change of pace from the intense graphite drawings. One of these cartoons will take me probably 10 to 15 minutes, whereas some of my realistic drawings take me in excess of 30 to 35 hours. So a lot of my realistic drawings have been time-lapsed. So these are a lovely change of pace. Coming back to PennyWise now, he's got a ruffle around his neck here, so we're just finding some of the details. He's got a second ruffle underneath this first one here that we're going to come on to in a second, which just adds a little bit of depth. But I just love some of these sort of straight lines, but they're a little bit varied in different areas. It just gives you a bit of a freedom. You don't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the reference that we're looking at, and it just gives a lovely feel, a lovely materialistic feel, flowing feel to the drawing, which I think I've captured pretty well for this one. Coming back round now, these are sort of S shapes that we're looking at doing. Again, keeping the pen moving, not leaving it, and making longer strokes with it rather than smaller strokes, which end up making a sort of a jagged line, which is something that we don't want if we're doing pen and ink work. Again, you can't erase on pen and ink. There's no rubber that's going to get any of this out, so we do have to make this right first go, or as close to correct as we can make it. Onto the little arms now. He's wearing sort of a, I don't even know what you'd call this, but it's got puffed out arms with sort of, I don't know, looks like a piece of string around it, which gives a bulbous look to each of the arms. And we're not too far away from the end of the video now. So once again, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share any of these videos, leave me comments, and you can get hold of me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I will respond as quickly as I can to your comments. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hit subscribe, smack the notifications button, follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.